Hey, what's up, bud? I know you're at practice right now. You know that as long as my flights are on time, I'll be at the stadium by kickoff on Sunday. Until then, I'm busy expanding my empire from one client to hopefully two. Wish me luck. Talk to you soon.
Hey, greetings from LA, superstar. I just finished having some of the best sushi you could ever ask for, but I don't want to make you too jealous. But listen, I've been hustling like crazy out here, and I've got a lot of stuff lined up for us for when we come out here together on your bye week. You're a wanted man out here in Cali, bruh. I'll get you the details later on, though.
Today, from TIAA Jacksonville, Florida, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon: 18 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go. They'd love to hang a second one right here, right now.
First down, Bridgewater. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Madden. Here's the tight end. This is Landry.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 10 catches, 103 in the yardage department.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
Throwing on 1st down. Madden. His throw incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Madden. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because
Touchdown! Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now 1st quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't get under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devon Hamilton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. 2 yards is all they get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So it's over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got Dorsett complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 1st and 10, Madden. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Madden. That's caught left side by Landry. And so close, he gets it to the run. Out of bounds right there. Well, Carter Landry maybe doesn't have the speed he once had in his Longhorn days, but he showed a nice little burst after that catch.
Almost like he had a little bit of a throwback there, huh, partner? Because while he was never...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from... And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield trying to find a receiver or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. A big reason why they've been so successful, this defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's where it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and trying to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Madden. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's their quarterback. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first-half lead. Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We begin up at Lucas Oil Stadium, L.A., with their second straight road game to start the year, taking on Indy in their second straight home game. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Off the play fake, Madden. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. LaVisca Chenault, 84 yards. And the Jags come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Powering forward. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Madden. Dancing to his left. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun.
Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in his career. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He may need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Bridgewater now from the 50. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Play action now. Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense once again up to the task.
But this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
A big pick up there on the scramble.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the option. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Off play action. Madden. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he goes out right around the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Madden. Eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it in. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football and one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution, because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lambo on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Bridgewater. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Bridgewater. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll go with a keeper. So he gets absolutely nothing out of that sneak, and now it's fourth down. Off the play fake. Madden. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He tried to keep it himself, but can't stretch his way in. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Step. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were ball, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end fan. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Bridgewater again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devon Hamilton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack. We'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Sam Martin now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always a fun.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense to be out there the entire time. So you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jags, it's a win here, their home opener, as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I was talking with my crew before the show. By the way, best production.
Juking? Kill people, man.
Listen, conditions are going to be wet and windy this weekend because of the hurricane coming in. And even if it doesn't hit directly, we're getting those outer bands. Probably not going to put the ball in the air as much. So, you got to make the most of your chances.
Back now on EA Sports, and this being Florida, the weather here this time of year, unpredictable to say the least. These two teams returning from what was almost an hour-long delay in this third quarter, and we'll resume with an important play coming up. Third and short in a 14-6 ball game. Following the fumble recovery, Madden. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big completion there right out of the delay to keep the drive moving.
And any momentum this defense had is completely evened out by now. And Brandon, I'm starting to wonder about throwing the football and about receivers making...
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to throw on second down. Madden escaping the pressure right. Shifts free at the 15. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So this offense, they kept their wits about them even through that delay and able to come back out of the locker room and score on their first drive since the restart.
And Brandon, I think the break might have benefited them the most because they had an extra chance to assess what had been going wrong. They were able to put together a plan for this drive, came out and executed well.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Moore now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time out, Whitford on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Second down and 8. Play action. Now it's Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. That time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Madden. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Madden forced out to his left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th? Pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On 1st down, Madden. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Well, they showed a 5-receiver set, had the backfield empty, and lined the running back out to the left. Plenty for the quarterback to process both pre- and post-snap, but he was able to find his man.
Right there, Chenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Chenault, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jaguars have moved out in front. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that in too many play sheets, do you?
No. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the van.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. K'Lavon Chason coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And this pass broken up. Contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And now he's going to dive and be marked down on a play that really turns out bad for this offense. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. It's third down. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Looking to throw. Madden. Flush to his right. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 24. And the Jags have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
Player is those 6 inches between the ears, but right now it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And escapes the sack. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Madden. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Throwing on first down. Madden. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Philip Dorsett by himself. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, quite a comeback here. Remember, when that weather delay hit, they were sitting on just 6 points, but all that electricity seemed to wake them up somehow. As they've come back, they've gotten that offense in gear.
And I think you and I need to tap into that energy source, right? That would help us up here as well. They've certainly been a different team since the break.
So the signal caller doing it himself there on the two-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they not past the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Murray. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation? motivation before a big scene. Right now, the play caller's thinking.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Madden. Again, he's got that man Landry. Touchdown, Jaguars. Carter Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
First down, Murray. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Jaguars, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
As dedicated fans of the NFL, my audience is sure to recognize the voice of our next guest, especially if you happen to be a Madden player, where he's worked alongside Brandon Gaudin since 2016. It is a pleasure now to welcome to our show longtime NFL broadcaster, my pal.
Hey, just so you know, I talked to the Nike rep the other day, and they're really pleased with the partnership so far, on and off the field. Honestly, they're blown away. General interest and sales figures are through the roof. So keep up the good work, bud.
Yo, this is great.
Yo, I don't know how Jerry Rice did this for like 20 years. I ain't even 10 years deep yet, and these short weeks killing me.
Yeah, man.
But apparently, when you the future of Nike football with all this preferential treatment, you must be feeling real good going to some Thursday night games.
Nah, it's nothing too crazy. Just a few tips on recovery.
Well, I'm glad your body is feeling good. We're gonna need those young legends this Thursday, especially if you get a couple of good practices in before the game.